Hey, badass business owners, welcome to another episode of the Local Small Business Coach Podcast, where each episode we work on getting you to $100,000 in take-home pay. So if you're all ready to boost your profits, increase your sales, improve your processes, and develop stronger teams so you can stop living job to job, then let's dive in. Hey, badass business owners. Welcome back to the show. Hey, question for you. What makes you stand out amongst the other competitors in your marketplace? What makes you unique compared to them? Why should people call you versus them? You know what? If you're helping the same customer, why should they pick you? So basically what I'm asking you is, what is your unique selling proposition? You've probably heard the term USP, unique selling proposition, in the past. So I want to kind of toss it out there because some of you know what that is and some of you don't. And basically your USP, unique selling proposition, USP, basically is what people are going to associate with you. They're the reason why they want to use you. So do they want to use you because you give the best customer service in town? Is it because you specialize in something? So for example, instead of just being a regular plumber, you're the water heater installer. That's what you've become known as. You've created this thing. If you think about it, there's mechanics out there that have specialized in certain things. They might specialize just in air conditioning. The most common one that's in everybody's communities are oil changes. It doesn't mean they can't do other repairs. It just means that they are the key for oil changes. Jiffy Lube, for example, most people associate with oil changes, but they can do other work on your car at the same time. Now, what you don't want your USP to be is that you are the cheapest in town. You heard me rant about that a couple weeks ago, where you don't want to be known as the cheapest person, because you got nowhere to go. That's why people associate with you being cheap or not as expensive, because you've got nowhere to grow if you're the lowest cost. Now, there are companies that have made a lot of money off of being the cheapest, and that's fine. They've built it into their margins and they've built it into their into their expenses and stuff like that. They figured out how to make money off of that. For example, if you take a Costco, one of the reasons that a Costco or Sam's can have such lower prices is they have figured out how to streamline their business where they can work with lower margins. Appliances, believe it or not, the vendors who sell appliances don't make a lot of money. They figured out how to streamline that. There's entry-level products at every single business that they don't make a lot of money, but they know they make it on the accessories, the add-on items. But that's not you. That's not what we want your unique selling position to be in it. We want you to have one that says, this is why me, why me, why me. Maybe you're better at it. You're nicer. Your people are clean, on time. Dominoes, when Dominoes went to blow their business up, it was about, that 30-minute delivery of a pizza, because otherwise before that wasn't the common thing. People take for granted how fast they can get their pizzas today. Well, they owe that to Dominoes, because Dominoes really pushed the fact that, hey, we're going to get you your pizza in 30 minutes. Back in the day, that was not the case. It was taking you much longer to get your pizza. Can you imagine having to wait for your pizza for an hour or two now? Yeah, you might have to on Super Bowl weekend and stuff, but for the most part, back in the day, you were having to do that on a regular basis. So you have to think about yourself as, what is it? Are you going to be more convenient? Are you less confusing? Are you cleaner? What's your commitment? Do you work at nights? Do you work the weekends? You know what? What is something that you can stand out over that competition with? And a lot of times you can do that not just through great, awesome customer service or anything like that. Sometimes you can do that just by picking out a piece of your business and really blowing up that you are the specialist in that particular piece of your business. You can become known as the specialist in that. So that way, when people get it, now that's not saying you can't do the rest of your business, other parts of your business, but if you can specialize in that particular area. For example, I was listening to some people that do landscaping, and one of the things that they do is, while they do landscaping, they specialize in fountains and putting fountains in. So what they've become, one of their unique selling propositions is if you're getting a fountain, you don't want to have it just anybody install your fountain. You want to have them install your fountain. So while they'll maintain and do the other parts of the landscaping around it, but that's what they specialize in. So I want you to start thinking about your unique selling position. What is it that position, whatever, you want to ask yourself, what is it that you do that's going to help you stand out over everybody else in there? You know what? It can be short. It could be attention grabbing. It's just something that when people think of you, the reason you stand out is because of what you offer, and because it's something that's unique to you that maybe the others don't do, or maybe they think they do, but most people around town know that they're not the ones that do that. You're the one that does that. A lot of times people speed. I'd rather you take speed, as long as you've got great quality and that you get things done, that's way better than being cheaper. Because sometimes people want to know that, you're going to get out to their house within a certain window versus them having to set aside the entire day to be able to do it. So whatever the case may be, I want you to think about your unique selling proposition and what makes you stand out over your competitors. This is a short one, but I wanted to make sure that you guys just start putting some thought process to this and asking yourself, what makes you stand out in your community? What's your unique selling proposition, your USP that people think of when they think of your business in the community? Hey, badass business owners, before you go, just one thing. If you ever feel like you're alone and you would love to be with a like-minded group of individuals, head on over to our Badass Local Small Business Owner Facebook page. We have no spamming, no advertising, anything like that. Just your questions, mine, and we just kind of help each other out, grow our businesses, and share knowledge. You can feel free to know that you're in a safe place and ask your questions of people that are actually going to care about you. So once again, head on over to Facebook. It's the Badass Local Small Business Owner page. You can also hit the show notes and it's right there. Once again, it's going to be stuff and people out there that care about you and helping you grow your business.